Hello, it's Tungi here. I'm going to show you how to replace the music in Midnight Club 2 and as well for, new challenge. So I'm going to dedicate this video to you, Mr. Frog. So basically, I'll send you the tools and everything you need. But the first thing you want to start with is, you have your Midnight Club 2 directory here. And you have challenge m.dat, MC2 data, and of course you have your streams PC and your assets PC, right? Or however you have it set up if you only have the new challenge stuff. But we're only going to worry about new challenge for right now. So first of all, I'm going to give you these two Python files, right? These scripts. And I'm already set them to you edited, so you don't have to do any of this. But basically, we're going to go ahead and edit this with Notepad. And as you can see here, it's streams PC.dat. That's what it's going to search for to extract, the music. Because the streams is where all the stream files are, like the music and the voice lines and stuff like that. But we're going to change this to challenge m.dat because that's where all the sound files are for new challenge. We're going to press save. Cool. And we're going to run the extractor. I'm going to press yes. And it's going to look for challenge m.dat. And it's going to make a folder called extracts. Yeah, excuse me, I have bad allergies right now. But under extracts, you have all the sound files here right here. We're going to go under music. Now, under music is where, you'll hear, the track. So let's click on this, right? Okay, I think that's default. Yeah, so let's see. This is probably different. Yeah. Yeah, see? That's a new challenge track, right? So, cool. But we're gonna replace one of the tracks, right? And I'm gonna actually show you how to replace, let's say, G's Up, but because it's regular G's Up, but we're gonna replace the track, and I'm gonna show you actually how you can add it back into the playlist as well, and then I'm gonna show you how to change the name in game as well. So first of all, you're just gonna take any song you want, right? That's a WAV file. So this is my WAV file. I'm gonna use this as the sound I want, and I'm gonna see this application called Zing MP3 Player, or it would be called Audio Catalyst, which is what we're gonna use. But they're part of the same thing. And when you open this application, the first thing you want to do, you're gonna click on Settings, go to General. This is where the directory where whenever you export, the song, whenever it converts, it'll export it there. And I just have it at that folder. But you can put it wherever you want, desktop, whatever. But make sure these settings are as follows. Don't change. Use whatever it is for input sound volume. Make sure it's just artist name, track name. Leave it all default. This looks fine. Just kind of go through, make sure this looks all the same. Press OK. The big gist is here in MP3. You want to make sure this is checked. Click on MP3. You're gonna click on Grab to MP3 file. You want to make sure these are unchecked. Under Edit ID3 tag, make sure this is all blank. And before we look for our MP3 file, or we're going to look for a WAV file, it's going to create an MP3 file, there's the encoder settings. So you have the variable bitrate and the constant bitrate. Midnight Club 2 for PC normally uses a variable bitrate of normal. So it fluctuates between 96 kilobytes per second to 128 or, 118, it always fluctuates like that. And that's fine, but I normally think using a constant bitrate is probably better because Midnight Club 2 is very prone to crashing or having these weird sounds. So I think, I've noticed whenever I use most of the audio at a constant bitrate, there's a less chance of having that like clipping in the audio. So you can use 128 CD quality, best choice for most users, which is what Midnight Club 2 uses. But I actually found that using 192 archival quality for high-end stereos, right? Is a good enough bit rate. We can't use 320 as for highest end stereos or like above 192 because after 10 minutes of game time, it'll cause crashes. That's why I figured out in my improved edition, the first version. So we found out that 192 is the highest you can make it, and it's fine. Like I've made a bunch of tracks, put them in the game at 192, drove in free roam for like a good 30 minutes, and nothing happens, no crashes or anything. So that's what I'm going to stick with. But you can stick with 128, 192, or stick with a variable bitrate of normal. But I would do constant bitrate 192 if you want the most, sound you want, the best sound. So I'm going to take my WAV file that has, and it has to be a WAV file. Remember, I'm going to take my WAV file and it's going to convert it into that MP3. It's going to encode it. Cool. Okay, we're done with that. So now once it's encoded, I'm gonna go to where that sound file is, and it's here. I had another one here, but this is the one. And we're gonna take it into the extracts here, because I'm gonna replace the full track of G's Up. So you could just delete the full track of G's Up. I need to close that application. So go ahead and delete it. And then you can rename this to full track. It has to be renamed the same way. The thing is right now, so far, we have not found really a way to add on top of more tracks, you know, outside of these folders and everything. I tried to like change the master play sorted to recognize that, oh, there's more tracks in the folders. Like I write the line of code, oh, there's you know, there's this track, there's a CPU Race 3, something like that, right? But what you can do is, like, for example, Timeshift has 2 follow themes. You could put both of the follow themes into one follow because of the way the PC version works, and you can have the other follow 2 track as like a different track, and you can use it in another race or as a result theme, right? I can go into detail with that another time, but for now, cool, we have the full track here. It's ready to go. This is how it would pretty much sound. Cool. But for now, we're going to try and get into the game. So this step, if you just want it to be in the game, you know, it's just going to work. Go ahead and hit the compiler, and it's going to, you know, look for the extracts folder, and it's going to compile all that data back into a file called newstreamspc.dat, and we'll just rename it to challengeim.dat. It's going to take some time, but while we're at it, the original challengeim.dat, we're just going to put a backup before challengeim.dat, so we know it's the backup, because the .exe is going to just look for challengeim for new challenge. So yeah, whenever this works. Cool, awesome, it's ready. So here it is, newstreamspc.dat, and we're just going to rename this to challengeim.dat right there. Boom. Now it's set. So now it's gonna work. You know, the music's gonna be there and everything. But if you want the sound, if you want the name, sorry, I'm out of it. If you want the name for the track to be in the game, we're gonna need to follow. Just follow me real quick. Oh my gosh, mc2data.dat, and we're gonna go under fonts. Right, mc2 data is basically the same thing as SSP. We're gonna go to fonts. We're gonna scroll down to mcstrings.strtbl. Gonna go ahead and strike that out. Remember, you can use something like WinRAR or 7-zip, you know, to get through those files. And then you can also use iRipper and extract it all. And then we're gonna use something called strbl extract, and we're gonna drag it in there. We're gonna drag it into the extract folder, and it's gonna extract this mcstrings.text. Cool. So this is all like the text and everything. You'll find songs like, see, like Let's Go by Trey Little and stuff. But we're just gonna Control F, and we're gonna search for Tony Touch. Okay. There he is. Tony Touch featuring. So yeah. Okay, I guess that one wasn't really messed with, but see, I already did it right here. English, a quiz by Justice Viewpoints. You could just say there's multiple languages, so if you want to have it changed for all the languages, you can. But this just shows that this used to be G's Up, right, by Tony Touch featuring Doo Wop, but I changed it to a quiz by Justice Viewpoints, and you'll see that in game it'll work. So once that's ready, you're gonna grab the strings.txt file, and you're gonna put insert text. And it's going to make a backup of the original, and you put this new one, and you're just going to open up your mc2.dat again, and you'll just either delete it or replace it, or just drop it in and replace it, either way, but it'll work. So now let's launch the game, and let's see how it looks. Do note that for new challenge, there is like a credits thing here on the screen you're going to see with all the music replacement. We'll just have to do some texture work to replace the music, and you can kind of, you know, put your own list of music there. But yeah, I don't have my FPS capped, oops, but it's fine. Go here, just launch, you know, regular free roam, and we'll look for the track.
Okay,
there it is. That's the track. But yeah, see, you can see it there with the name and everything. So yeah, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple and it works for new challenge just like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you gotta really do for new challenge. So yeah, thank you.